Hello everyone, it's a Starcraft Broodwar remastered cast for you today. Welcome back to the channel. We're on Polestar 1.1 and we have a Terran versus Zerg for you. Our Terran player spawning in the bottom left is Flash. You know him, you love him. Most probably well-known Broodwar player in the history of the entire game. And he is playing against a Pro Zerg on a barcode. Not sure who this is. Doesn't particularly bother me that much as long as I know who one of the players are, and as long as I have a relatively good idea that the game will be enjoyable, then that's more than good enough for me. So Polestar 1.1 looks like we're going to be doing our wall depot, so that's all good. So yeah, we've been doing a little mixed bag of late, bringing in some more Terran versus Zergs, and bringing in various levels of casts. I'm definitely leveraging the power of Seawall to try and get exactly what it is that I am looking for. So sometimes it's games of a certain length, sometimes it's players, either by name. So definitely just trying to get games that I think will be either very entertaining for one reason or the other. So I've had a relatively quiet return to Brood War. I haven't really made much of a splash or done much by way of promotions and stuff as of yet, although it is a time of recording only the 16th of November, so I probably might have posted something on the odd forum here or there between now and then. But my main focus has actually just been to cast games that I enjoy watching, and if other people watch them on YouTube and enjoy them as well, then that's just a bonus. So it's been good. But this weekend in particular, I've done a number of Terran versus Zergs, and it's actually been a lot of fun. So I think I'm going to do those more and more. So our Zerg is going to scout the opening of Flash and be like, okay, this is pretty normal stuff. Doesn't want to let the drone in here, and we'll block it with the depot. So this is a wall pretty nicely down. He's going to probably have to send another SCV to stop this drone from harassing, although the drone now does disappear. Flash figuring based on the timing, he's probably spawned in the adjacent position, so comes and sees it was a hatch first. So all very normal stuff here in Zerg Town. Zerg is about to get their first 100 gas, so the SCV will have an opportunity to confirm the lair timing. Yep, and immediately hits the lair. Alrighty, so oh wow, okay. We are building a bunker. And we have a single marine. Okay, here come the drones. And I don't think this bunker is going to get done on time. Oh no, he's lost his marine. Here comes another marine. He can't get the bunker done. Oh, kills a drone. The micro battle has begun. Oh, marine's gone. And I think this attempt to rush the bunker is going to have to be abandoned. Is he going to cancel? He does cancel. Alright, so a little attempt to punish there from Flash, and I suppose it's difficult to tell exactly who came out on the better end of that. He's expanding behind this and taking a gas, so we'll see where we go from here. Meanwhile, I expect the Zerg's build will just progress as planned. We'll probably see a spire before the third hatch. Let's just let his SCV waltz right in here to confirm the spire timing, and there is not another macro hatch on the way here somewhere. Comes the Overlord. There is the spire, so you'll see it, no problem. And down he goes to continue to scout. A couple more Marines are at least posturing around, threatening. Probably just going to force out a Sunken or two. I don't know if he'll actually press ahead here. This SCV has been alive for a very, very long time. I fear for his livelihood though, because one more hit, that's the end of him. I think he did his job though. Well done. Alrighty, so we are making another Rex, we are making an academy, we do not have an engineering base. This is not a fast +1 build, but it does seem to be going up to a third Rex. We've not done any research out of our academy as of yet. No threats here from these fast links for sure. So just going up to 3 racks. Here comes our eBay. STEM is the first research out of the academy. And we are getting flyer attacks with our incoming mutas. So it's just a 2-hatch muta. No third base as of yet. So I think our Zerg wants to fight, I dare say. One lonely medic on the field so far. Bunker coming in. Has floated the racks back up here. Oh no, he hasn't, just floated it slightly further back. Pulls up the bunker. Here comes the mutas. We have one turret in the main. We have one in the natural. Turret timing can be huge. I passed the game between Scan and I don't remember who the Zerg player was. And Scan got his turret timing and numbers quite wrong and lost basically his entire main base. I managed to play his way back in that game with unbelievable Valkyrie micro, and if you haven't watched that game already, I highly recommend it. One of the best Terran vs Zerg games I've ever had the fortune of watching. A bit of micro here as well, here, there and everywhere. Here comes the macro hatch. Looks like Flash is going to move out here. I think he's going to try and pressure. Throwing up a few Sunkens here. In response to this. And mutas are diving on the 3 turrets. Flash seems to be pulling his army back to help deal with these mutas. Mutas are kind of separated off. Did he lose the rest? No, he didn't. Here's the block here. They're coming back in dribs and drabs here, unfortunately. The mutas took a lot of turret shots. Very bruised. But it did force Flash to come back. Up to 3 turrets again in the main. 4 here in the natural. It's got 3 Sunkens and an unmade spore here. There's our Zerg. Oh, he's got lots. He's made 8. That's so many turrets. Randomly running around with some lings back here as well. Okay, so I really don't see the point of trying to harass here, although he does have to pull, because despite the fact that there's turrets here and here, there are none that hit. Oh, there we go. I was going to say you have to come here to hit them. Zerg's going to have to move his mutas back quick though. Because Flash seems, although this is a lot of Sunkens, I don't know if he can take this on. He seems to be diving in here. I think this is not going to be a good decision at all. There's just so many Sunkens. He's being flanked by lings here as well. And there's still 4 Sunkens left. 3 here. Oh, this is actually going to be enough. Because the mutas have stayed home here and they're just killing SCV after SCV after SCV. But Flash gets through, breaks the main, and delivers a very weird but somewhat compelling win. I enjoyed that one. A little bit of some nuance between the Terran and the Zerg. I've got another pro game for you that I want to bring you straight after this one, so stick around. Okay, back on Polestar, and this time we have the very well-known pro Zerg Queen, and he's playing against, don't even know who this dude is, a main Misanet.net. I don't know, probably a very, very good pro player, although they're speaking in some combination of Korean and English, so we will wait and see. Back on Polestar, and we have a sneaky little Terran versus Zerg professional compilation here that we are going to go through today. So the flash game was the start, and that was quite a fun, solid little timing attack win. And I can't believe 7 Sunkens just couldn't do the job there. I guess because he kept these mutas harassing and decided to go over the base trade. Strategically probably not the most optimal play, but it is what it is. So we have another Terran versus Zerg for you to look forward to right now. So let's see what we get this time. Also, if you could let me know in the comments, if you're still with me, if you enjoy these compilations. I feel like the number of just purely macro games that range between, say, 18 minutes and 40 minutes on the YouTube scene is pretty much the vast majority of what is cost. So these, shall we say, more short but fun and interesting games with a little bit of cheese and or build order losses, errors made by the players, I think they can be a lot of fun. I really do. Okay, so we have, for a very, very rare change, got an overpool, which you do not see a lot in Terran versus Zerg. So let's see how the permutations of that vary. It'll be fun to see how much pressure this forward walled build is put under by this variation. Terran's still looking around to scout his opponent. We'll immediately be able to tell, based on the hatchery timing, that this is Ling pressure. 6 Lings are about to pop, and definitely gonna have to do a bit of micro here. A couple more shots and this SCV is gonna go down. Ah, Marine shoot spins him away. That's the end of that. Other SCV sees, oh hi, you've got a few Lings, do you? Not making any more Lings behind this though. His Queen is still droning up. Command center being made behind this. I think the Terran's confident that with this wall in, there's very little damage that can be done. So I think this opening is probably not ideal against this wall off, because I don't really know how well your Lings are supposed to scale, if at all. We're getting an eBay before Academy, so it's going to be a +1 build. And we don't see a lair, but our gas was a little bit delayed, I think. I don't know what Zerg's up to in this game. Gone with a very fast third base as well. I think if this gets discovered, Zerg could be in for a world of pain. Because if you take a third hatch before lair, you're definitely doing something unusual. Ooh, and it's Hydrus. Okay. Okay, this is definitely something different. That's why I look for these games on purpose, because you're going to get something that you don't normally see done by a professional player. Can always be fun. Oh, he's gonna find him. Oh my word. The gig is up, mates. He didn't kill the scouting SCV and he's like, hi, found that. Happy days. He's gonna move out this pod of SCVs real quick. We are getting faster. This is a Hydra build in a TVZ. Wow. Making another Rex. Getting +1. Getting stem. I dare say this could be a game of 1 or 2 decisive moments. Let's wait and see. I don't watch these beforehand, so I mean it can sometimes be where I'll watch this and it'll be like a bust where one of the players just leaves to, like, you know, tank the MMR or something. But more often than not, it turns out okay. As long as the game is, I find, as long as it's longer than 5 minutes, it usually has a decisive ending. But there's no guarantees. So let's hope that we have some good stuff in our little compilation today. The Hydras have arrived. This is like a 3-hatch Hydra build. I think he thought his opponent was Protoss or something. I don't even know what the frick is happening here. But this is going to be 3-hatch Hydra in a TVZ. Okay, let's go. Is there a timing window he thinks he can hit here? Now only he starts his lair, so he's just basically... He can't even go lurker. He's just got to hope that Hydras do the job with the upgrades. Going up to 5 racks now. Moving out his units. Stems up. There are a few medics. So suddenly the Hydras show themselves, and here we're going to pounce. Oh, no, we're not going to pounce. We are going to pounce. Okay, so we're going to use our range to knock down the depot. We supply blocked our Terran. Knock down another depot, and now are we going to fight? Let's go! I don't even know what's happening here. Is this going well for Zerg? I can't tell. He's just making more drones behind this. So Terran's decided, is this all you got? You got Hydras? Okay. Well, good luck with that. And I don't know where he's going now, but he seems to have decided... Well, there are 3 units in the bunker, and he'll go and attack. Hydras are going to go around. Yeah, we're going to get a base trade. I don't think so. Some Sunkens are on the way. I think Queen is sensing that he needs to defend this outer base that's been scouted. So throws down a few Sunkens here as well. These Sunkens are not yet down. He's going to have to flank with the Hydras. I don't think it's going to help him too much. So all those Sunkens go down really oh my word. Well, there's no mystery why this doesn't work. Please, don't try that again. Okay, I've got one more pro game for you in this compilation, and I'll bring it to you right now. Alrighty, this time we are on Dominator, and the game is between Striker and Royal. So again, 2 pro level players playing some TVZ on the ladder. That was comical. I've never seen a 3-hatch Hydra build in a Terran versus Zerg, and that's probably why. It's a terrible build because your bailouts like lurkers and mutas are all lair tech based, and your lair timing there is so late. It's just, I don't know. I'd love to know what the theory was with that build, but it was bad. It was bad, but I will also say that it was very, very amusing, and that is half the battle, I reckon. So Dominator 2.0, I haven't done many games on this map. Still trying to figure out some of these newer ladder maps as we're going along. They all tend to have similar things in common. This one feels like the updated Neo Sylphid 3-player map, I dare say. But we'll have to, as we get a bit more experience on the map, figure it out. So we've got an Overlord. We're getting our drones. So more conventional so far from Striker, who seems to be wanting to qualify for the BSL. And yeah, up against Royal. Let's go. Dum dum do 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 do. Okay, so standard 11 hatch here, no dramas. Okay, and Terran will scout his Zerg opponent first time. I wonder if they walk past each other, they assume a certain pathing. Well, if your Overlord's here, then why would you go here? Your Overlord's going to find him anyway, so come this way, man. So this is very common. The one thing we've seen in the 3 games thus far, and in some other TVZs I've done this weekend, this wall-in opening has become just really, really, really common. So we're just going to a 15 racks. Nice and confident and aggressive. I think obviously he'd already scouted the 12 hatch. So that kind of was a safety signal that he could do the command center before the second depot to complete the wall. And here we see the depot being added to the wall now. Gas should come next. Alright, so we're kind of getting a hang of this opening. It's got a few variations. You get the eBay before the academy if you want to prioritize +1. Get the academy before the eBay if you want to prioritize stem timing or have marine range. There's obviously various permutations to these optimizations and timings and so on. Looks like we're just going to get a spire. And it's going to be all of the things. We get our lair with our first 100 guests. This is more standard stuff. I mean, what the variation here is when the macro hatch is built. Sometimes it's a little before, sometimes it's after. Sometimes it's in the main base, sometimes it's the third base location, and the Zerg just trusts their skill set to defend multiple locations in the early game. Really is a little bit of a mixed bag. So, command center's finished, worker transfer done, all very smooth, nice, neat stuff from Royal, as you'd expect from a good player. He's going factory, so this is different. This is going to be a mech build. We have not seen a mech build thus far in our little compilation, so this is the other reason why I love these, man. In a short little video, you can get so much variety. Makes it really fun. Trying to get this damn worker out of the game. Still going strong. Got a mineral in his hand too. And he is no more. So I don't know. Well, this helps. The Overlord can just fly in and see the gas. And I'll have a very good sense of what's happening. So it's 3 facts. There's going to be Goliaths, I imagine. The armory's on the way, so yeah, going to be a Goliath build. I think that's one thing if you're a Terran player and you don't want to vary your game too much. You can just learn 3 mech builds for your TVT, TVP, and TVZ. Also making an eBay. Obviously he wants a little bit of turret support. His first vulture is out on the map, and a little bit of micro here should handle the lings nicely. And boom, Sunken is not ready yet, so he can probably get in here. Oh, better pull the boys, better pull the boys. Well, that was actually really good. I don't think that he lost a single drone there, and the vultures actually did the job. Good reaction from Striker. Nicely done. Float the eBay. Can make turrets if he needs to. Goliaths are on the way. Researching Goliath range. Great. As you would expect. Does have a second gas, but only 1 worker on it at the moment. I think that's probably just an error. He means to transfer 2 more. So the murders have arrived. This is, for all intents and purposes, just 2 hatch murder with a Hydra Den coming in. So it looks like he's going to rush into lurkers. Has turret support as well. One game so far. Has now transferred more workers onto Gap. I feel like this build from Terran scales into some kind of timing, especially considering the number of factories that he's going with. So this kind of relates to a 5-pack push in a TVP. It feels very similar in terms of the economics of around 36 workers. Making sure you have some turrets at home so that you've got the freedom to move. The academy is coming in potentially as for scanners because it looks like one of the counters from Zerg here could be Lurker. Although he's not making Lurkers, he's making Mutas. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't think his mutas are going to do much damage. Kill a couple of SCVs there though. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here comes the big army. I don't know what you're going to beat this with if you're Zerg. I must say, mech versus Terran just seems so strong. Where's this? Of course, though, if you have one turret and nothing else, and you kind of leave home with all your Goliaths, this is what's going to happen. We'll keep an eye on it because his Goliath's about to hit the front door of his main. Here we go, the Goliaths are going to take on all these Sunkens. I think the timing on the Sunkens might be a little low. A little late, should I say. Going to kill a whole bunch of Overlords as well. And that's going to be that. So that's the end of our little TVZ compilation for you today. So 3 sort of different games, same matchup, all different builds, all different reasons for the win and loss. I think they were all wins for Terran as well. Oh my word, Terran taking a sweep. What's going on with that? Anyway, let me know if you enjoy these compilations. It's always a bit of a mixed bag. Some of them are really fun. Some of them are a little bit more anticlimactic, but I thought this one was a nice mix of different build orders and different fun things at quite a high level of play. So if you stuck with me this far, thanks very much for tuning in, and I will see you soon.